Okay. We're back for this double feature Friday. Yay! Woohoo! Yay! Yeah. Double feature Friday. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome in those who are tuning in for the very first time. Thank you for joining us today on this double feature Friday. I know a lot of you probably came over because you saw this video that I just did here. I'm gonna drop it here so you guys can see. Me reacting to the interview with Victor Marks, Candace Owens speaking to Corby Hall about Victor Marks, how that kind of intertwines with the whole Charlie Kirk investigation that's going on. I didn't get too deep into everything with Charlie Kirk. I gave you guys a good backstory, but ultimately what I shared in that video was trying to get you guys to understand, to have enough discernment and understanding of who you let into your life, being mindful of certain dark psychologies that people may use to try to gain control over you. And I did drop a few other gems on how to navigate through them, how to identify certain relationships, how to identify if someone has good intentions for you. So if you're struggling, whether if it comes to finding a spiritual leader, in a relationship, finding the right person for you, I highly suggest that you go watch that video. It was a gem. There's a few gems in there. But anyway, what we're here for right now, as you guys know, we're here to talk about, discuss, possibly even debate in the comments, I don't know, the top 5 romance movies of all time. This is gonna be hard, and I'm debating how I'm gonna go about this video, but we'll see. Maybe we'll see as we go along. But I know there's gonna be some people that are gonna disagree with me. I know there's gonna be some people that be like, hey Sharon, that is not top 5, that doesn't deserve to be in top 5. Comment below. One, let me know what your top 5 is. Or 2, let me know what I got wrong. Or 3, let me know if you agree with me. Be like, you know what, those were some gems. I agree. I don't feel like I'm gonna disappoint you guys, but we'll see. Tough crowd out there, so we'll definitely see. But before we get into today's video, do remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, do like the video, and do comment below. I realized I was doing some research. I was looking at the analytics, YouTube analytics, and can you believe 90% of the people who watch me are not subscribed to the channel? Guys! And a lot of you guys are repeatedly coming back. If you like me, subscribe to me. And comment below. I want to know your thoughts. I'm doing all these videos and I don't even get to hear from you guys. So at the very least, if you don't want to be known, I understand. But hit that subscribe button. Allow us to grow and do more videos, especially videos that I think you guys are gonna like and enjoy and be not only entertained by, but get a lot of value out of. So do subscribe to the channel, do turn on your notifications, do like the video, and do comment below on the kind of videos that you guys want to see, or if you want to see more videos like this, comment below. But without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Okay, so this is gonna be hard, guys. I spent probably like a good amount of time. I don't want to say how much time because it's embarrassing, but a good amount of time on trying to compose this list. And like I said in the last video that I just uploaded, it's still not even completely done. I have 4.5. I know it's gonna sound weird. And then I have a whole bunch of other ones that I just can't seem to like. I didn't include in the top 5, but there's ones honorable mentions that we'll go through at the end. I don't want you guys to be mad at me, but I don't know if this is gonna go in a particular order. I just know what I'm just gonna say. Number 1 of all time is Pride and Prejudice. I'm sorry, Pride and Prejudice, and we're not talking about the old classic one. We're talking about early 2000s. I'm actually gonna drop a photo here so you guys can see. Early 2000s with, what's her name? Let's see real quick. Excuse me. Early 2000s, yeah, 2005. And this is with Keira Knightley and Matthew McFadden. I probably butchered both of their last names. But anyway, with them two. This is my sister's favorite movie, by the way. So shout out to her because she put me on. But this one is, I should play just a little something for you guys real quick. A little something for you guys just really quick.
Miss Elizabeth, I have struggled in vain and I can bear it no longer. These past months have been a torment. I came to Rosings with the single object of seeing you. I had to see you. I have fought against my better judgment, my family's expectation, the inferiority of your birth, my rank and circumstance, all these things, and I'm willing to put them aside and ask you to end my agony.
I don't understand.
I love you.
Yes, this is a classic. Mr. Darcy, the book was amazing. They made reiterations of this versus the one in the earlier one before this one. I forgot if it was in the 90s or the 80s or 1995, I believe. Excuse me, that one was good. But this one right here, the like how they composed this movie, from the actors, they did their thing, to the cinematic views that they gave, the beauty of Europe. Oh my gosh. And just let's talk about Mr. Darcy for a second. If I could just be so blessed. If the Lord could just bless me one time. And I know there's out there cliche like, oh, girls just want, someone who's tall, handsome, rich, blah, blah, blah. Listen, we're not going over my personal preferences right now. We're speaking in fairy tale world of, speaking specifically on Pride and Prejudice. Mr. Darcy, his mysterious character, his machismo, macho-ness, his pride, but his devotion to, this is what people don't get about why girls like this movie so much. Because he's the guy. He's the guy. He's rich and he's, viewed high in society, well respected, very smart, very capable, obviously, well known. But he's really quiet. He's not your typical rich boy showing off his friend or whatever the case may be, Charles Bingley, happy-go-lucky, stunting, all this other stuff. And mind you, he's the one who's Charles Bingley is he's just more outgoing. He's more charismatic than Darcy. Darcy is that dark, mysterious guy that don't really talk to anybody. But he's richer than Charles Bingley. But we're not going to get into that because a lot of guys are going to think that this is a big conversation. No, we're specifically speaking about the movie. We're being realistic about the movie. But anyway, what makes Darcy so, I guess, intriguing to women is that he's this really mysterious guy that doesn't really like anyone, who's very quiet to himself, very polished, very handsome, very well known, obviously does well for himself, come from a good family. And he doesn't, he acts like he hates this girl, she's some peasant, way below his station. And secretly, he's yearning for her. And it's the yearning, guys. It's the yearning. It's the yearning, you guys, that us women are just so drawn to. So drawn to in so many different ways. And then after the yearning, unexpectedly, and I don't want to ruin this, spoiler alert, and I'm not going to say too much, but then the devotion, the secret giving, the secret him putting certain things in position for her, proving to her that even though he was this prideful jerk that bashed the crap out of her before, he actually loves her. And he shows it in so many different ways. And you know what? I'm going to be watching that tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'm going to be watching it tomorrow. Today I'm very, very busy. But yeah, I needed to get that out. I wanted to get that out. Because it was I just did. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's number one, best of all time. Now, the rest of these don't go in any particular order, but it was hard. This was hard. Number two, A Walk to Remember. A Walk to Remember is a very simple, beautiful, classical movie Not giving away too many details, but basically like kind of the same thing. Like this guy that, she was like kind of like this Christian nerd, and he was like the cool guy, that had his little issues or whatever, got into trouble, ends up meeting her and falling in love and changing, and the rest is history, and changes in a way that, I don't want to spoil it, but it's really beautiful. It's amazing. There are obviously some challenges that they go through that ends up making him want to change even more. And it was just a good movie. It was very beautiful. Both of these movies are PG-13, so there's not a lot going on there. I think all these movies that I selected are PG-13. But anyway, yeah, that was a good one. That was a classic. I love that one. I think this is gonna be my lineup for this weekend. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know. Number 3, 10 things I hate about you. I know some people didn't expect me to say that. We went from all these soft, kind of heartfelt movies to 10 things I hate about you. It's a rom-com for sure, and it's with Heath Ledger. Rest in peace to that man. He did amazing movies. He was a phenomenal actor that left this world too soon. But that one was a good one. It was very funny, very comical. It's based off of a high school drama. Just like rich girl or semi-rich girl. I don't know what to call it, but like rich girl problems. But she's obviously like fighting for certain things that don't even concern her. There's a lot of good and funny pieces surrounding that, but overall, like, she lost her mom when she was young, and she felt like she had to like kind of protect herself in ways, so she's like kind of like hard body. Very, very, you can say, pro-feminist around the times, because it was like, it's based off in the 90s, right, when all that stuff was coming out, and a lot of the pop culture, rock and roll culture, things were going on. A lot of good music in there too. But their love story on, him kind of tricking her and everything like that. And her, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but he was just like, his part was like this guy that everybody was scared of, and she was this girl that everybody was scared of. It was for two different reasons. But they end up, meeting each other and getting together in the weirdest of ways, you can kind of say. But it was a good movie. That was a classic. So I highly suggest that one as well. Now, this is where I'm having a hard time going to number 4. This is why I said 4.5, because I'm having like these two movies, because they're played by the actress that's the same. I want to keep them on the same level. But it's hard. It's hard. But I guess for me, Wedding Planner would be number 4. That's with Jennifer Lopez. And then I guess number 5 would be Maid in Manhattan. I love Jennifer Lopez's early rom-coms, her early romance movies. I think all of us girlies could sit in with it. And obviously there are honorable mentions, which would I go through, but they're both. Oh my God, Matthew McConaughey in The Wedding Planner. I don't know if that was his rom-com debut. I don't remember it because I wasn't really, I wasn't really old enough to know. But him in that movie, and it's unconventional because it's not like, it's basically like, it's weird. It's weird. I don't want to give too much away, but it's basically like he appears to be this dream guy, and then out of nowhere, from going to being the dream guy, he's the wrong guy. But she's already fallen for him. And it's like all this drama, all these background things that are going on, a lot of excitement, a lot of funny moments in there. And then Jennifer Lopez does an amazing job with, one, acting as a wedding planner, but two, really having the audience feel for her based off of her past experiences and what she's currently going through with this guy. Like, she's falling for this guy, and there's another guy that's falling for her at the same time. So it's like kind of like her experiences are living through him, but also her experiences are a reflection of her past, and it's like all intertwining. So I highly suggest that you guys go watch that one. It is a classic. It is the best. And then Maid in Manhattan, that goes without saying. Like, we had to add that on there. because even though I'm biased, like I know a lot, like I said, a lot of Jennifer Lopez's rom-coms everyone loves. There's a few on there that I obviously didn't mention, but Maid in Manhattan, I forgot what the guy's name was that played Maid in Manhattan. 1 second. This came out in 2002, mind you. And there's so much to be said. His name is Ralph Fiennes? Finesse? I don't know. I butchered it. I apologize. He plays Christopher Marshall, which is like this. I don't know if he's governor going on senator or senator going on governor. I don't know. I forgot. I know he's running for the Senate, and I think he's a councilman or something like that. I don't know. I forgot. It's been a while, guys. But he's like basically like your John F. Kennedy Jr. without being John F. Kennedy Jr. And I'm not saying she's your Carolyn. She's definitely not your Carolyn Bassett. I did do a review on John F. Kennedy and Carolyn Bassett, like their love story. If you didn't see it, go check it out. This is the video right here real quick. But anyway, she's like this, this girl from the city, this girl from New York. She's Jenny from the block, but her name is Marissa. So she's like this Spanish Latina that's really feisty. Basically your stereotypical, like, she's not really your stereotypical one, but like, she's a single mom who's dealing with, raising a kid on her own. The father pretends that he's trying to be there, doesn't really be there. She has these friends that are also from like kind of like the hood. She grew up in the hood. Her mom is just like, sometimes a typical Latina mom that's not very supportive, that could like speak down on you sometimes, whether intentionally or not, but they do that for your best interest. Is difficult to understand. But anyway, she ends up, meeting Christopher Marshall, which is this handsome guy. Oh my gosh. In this movie, French chef's kiss. 100%. But how they met is very exhilarating. I don't want to give away how they met. How they met is very exhilarating. To how their love story comes about, and then to this scene where like she officially says yes to like a date. Oh, that scene is very beautiful, from her dress to the music. I even have that song on my playlist. It is a classic. It is a classic. That scene right there. And I just don't want to say too much. I mean, I know they seen each other a few times, but on the first date, baby girl done gave it up. Ooh, I said too much. But anyway, anyway, they end up, the world comes after them and people pull them apart and everything just gets all messed up and crazy. So definitely take a look into that one, see how it ends, especially if you didn't watch it before. But those are my top 5. It was hard. Those are my top 5 videos right there, movies right there, excuse me. If you agree with me, drop a comment below. If you don't agree with me, drop a comment below. If I got certain things wrong, drop a comment below. I want to know. I want to know what the girlies out there, even the guys, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts on what rom-coms you like or romance movies you like. I want to hear about them. Even if it's not like explicitly like considered like romance, but it has romance in it. Especially if you're a guy, like you're like, oh, I like this action movie has like I think like the romance was kind of cute. Drop it below. Drop it below. I want to hear about it. Now, before we end this video, going into a few honorable mentions, and I'm not going to go specifically into like why I feel this way, but I'm just going to mention them. So 1, Me Before You, obviously very heartfelt, something new, very different, interracial, loving it. The Vow, very heartfelt, breaking our hearts for sure. What else we got on the list? 27 Dresses. That is a classic. That is a classic. For sure. Then we have Maid of Honor. Maid of Honor is a good one too. And I can just like the list goes on, guys. The list goes on to Life as We Know It, to Ugly Truth, to there's just so many. Oh, to Love in a Villa. Oh my gosh, that one's hilarious. There's so many. There's so many more. Even like, classics that we know like Beauty and the Beast, Anastasia, stuff like that. The list goes on, guys. It's endless. I have nothing but endless catalog for you guys on romance movies, rom-com. I can break them out from animation to real life to Oh, how can we forget Journal for Jordan? Journal for Jordan. That was gonna be my number 5. And I said, sorry guys, between Maid in Manhattan and Wedding Planner, that was hard. So that was like your 4, 4.5, and then 5. We're gonna say Journal for Jordan. And like I said, 2 to 5 does not go in any particular order. Number 1 though, I'm sorry guys, and we'll talk about Journal for Jordan in a second. But I'm sorry, Pride and Prejudice. That's such a classic. But Journal for Jordan, that movie, spicy. One is with Michael B. Jordan. Say what you will. We're gonna leave our comments. We're gonna leave our comments. We're gonna leave our comments. We're gonna hold that in. We're gonna hold that in. But as we said before, Chef's Kiss. He did a really good job with that movie. He definitely made us feel all the feels in so many different ways. Highlight of that movie for me was when he did wrong. His point of accountability, he's straightforward. Like, he was straightforward about what he wanted from the beginning all the way up until the end. But his moment, like when he messed up, and he knew he messed up, how he came, he was like, you're not going nowhere. And you're not about to put your experiences and your hurts from past things that have nothing to do with me on me. I'm here for you. If one can just be so blessed. Like, these romance movies, they say like, this is what makes us women delusional. I strongly disagree. I don't think everything's like, it's a glimpse. I want you guys to understand. Romance movies are a glimpse of the highlights of people's experiences. And they do go over, obviously, the moments that people have challenges in the movie. But I don't think that they're super delusional. I don't think that they're delusional at all. I think if you were to collectively, and this is why excuse me, I just got super excited for a second. Let me breathe and calm down. This is why I love hearing people's romance stories, or how they met, how they became a couple, how they got married. Because the same exact way how you listen to a story and they highlight all the good things, and even have moments of laughter where they highlight some challenges, that's how a romance movie is. It's about all the good highlights from how you met, to how the relationship is going, to the challenges that help you guys overcome, to know that this is your person. Listen, it is everything. This is why a big reason why I'm a lover girl at heart. I'm a helpless romantic. The reason why I love movies, and I don't think that they're delusional. I think that it's just overall just highlighting the good, and people tend to get caught up with thinking that this is gonna be everything. How your life's supposed to be played out. It's an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours max. You have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, even up to 100 years with someone, if you're so blessed and if you're so lucky. That time is not going to be just an hour or two. And even in the movies, it shows that you will go through challenges in your relationship. So the same exact way how you have your highlights in romance movies, you'll have your quote unquote lowlights in the opportunities and challenges that you face as a relationship in a couple. But I think something that goes without saying is, one thing that romance movies I think does a good job with highlighting is that the point of contention most of the time can be the problem, but it's more of how people handle the problem. And that's what makes the relationship bitter, or sometimes even fall apart. Because instead of putting pride to the side and realizing that we're human, and realizing the most important thing, you love the person and you want to make it work. If there's two people that are willing to have that mindset, you're gonna have your rom-com. You're gonna have your own romance movie, and it's gonna be more highlights than there are gonna be lowlights. And I know for me, that's what I want. And that's what I want for other people. I want people to understand being intentional. And I know I say this in almost every video that I make, but it's so important to be intentional, because intentionality is stepping back from yourself and evaluating how you want things to be. And then being very mindful of how you go about things, whether if it's how you meet someone, whether if it's how you talk to someone, whether if it's how you deal with someone, whether if it's how you deal with problems, how you go about conflict resolution. All those things matter. And since they matter, they'll collectively together that's what will give you the outcome that you're looking for, as long as you're going about it the right way. So if you're going through things positively, intentionally, with the framework of I'm trying to do the best that I can, I'm trying to be the best that I can in the moment, you're going to have your rom-com because you're showing the best of yourself to someone and you're giving the best of yourself to someone. And I'm hoping that not only that you give, but you receive the best of someone. So I'm going to end it here because I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about this stuff. But I think I said a lot, especially with our previous video. If you haven't checked it out, do check it out. Candace Owens' reactions to Victor Marx. But that was a heavy video, so I wanted to come to you guys with something light, something heartfelt, something to get you guys in the mood for the weekend, especially up in the Northeast, because we're going to be experiencing some rain. So I set you guys up for success. And for guys out there, don't judge us because we like romance movies. You can have your own romance movies the way that you want. Take my advice, be intentional, be romantic about your life, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, or whether you're in the pursuit of it. Do what you will, but do it right. So that's all I have for today. Remember, we drop content every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you haven't, do check out the videos that we have dropped already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Do remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon. So bye.